Alright guys, so Human Engine Week 2 has kicked off. Today you will see a part of a push session. It was chest, shoulders, and triceps this morning, but for the sake of this video, I will only cover chest. Some of the nuances that I took from last week into this week, and you'll see some progression on a machine that I'm trying to really get strong at. And hopefully, if you have this same machine, you'll follow my lead and try to get stronger at it too. A much safer version of the bench press, the hammer vertical straight up and down isolateral bench press. Then we'll move on to one of my favorite exercises, the incline dumbbell press. Then we'll move on to dips, weighted dips, and then we'll finish off with some dumbbell flies. So the reps overshot a little bit. I'm supposed to stay within the realm of, I believe, off the top of my head, 45 to 66 reps. Probably overshot that with the working sets a little bit, but that's perfectly fine. We'll deal with that and mitigate that damage later. I want people to keep in mind, however, how I'm performing the movements. If you've seen some of my past videos, some of the movements they're very fast. I'm trying to get better at my execution. I joined a website by the name of hypertrophycoach.com. Big up to Joe Bennett for launching that site. And I've also joined Trained by JP. So there's some similarities with these guys that I'm following, as well as a friend of mine named Matt Jansen. Execution is key to getting the most out of your reps. It is key. Again, execution is key. So I'm being much more deliberate with my movements, trying to cut down on momentum. If there's dead stops in there that I can perform, I perform those. I'm just trying to really exhaust the muscle now that I'm in a low volume routine and I don't have that leeway that I would to try to exhaust the muscle via volume. I'm really trying to crush it with weight. I'm trying to get stronger. So I'm trying to make my movements a little bit more deliberate because I don't have a lot of volume to play with. So I'll go into that a little bit deeper once we get into the video. So stick around, stay tuned, get a pen and pad. We're gonna write this down. We're gonna get a good chest workout in. And later in the week, I will show you the variation, the reverse engineer of this very program that I'm doing, where we'll have a push session that's heavy on Saturday, but it will be for shoulders. So stick around and I'll show you what I do for that later on in the week. But right now, let's get to chest.
All right. Oh man, it's a cold day in Omaha, hence the new animal hoodie by my boy Eric Schwartz of Universal. Appreciate you, bud. Like I said, starting out with the hammer isolateral bench press. Great alternative to the bench press if the bench is not your thing. I feel that it's a really good machine that's easy on the shoulder joint. Don't have to worry about balance, of course, too much. Just push. That's all you really have to do. I like this a little bit better than a standard machine press in that the tension you just feel all the way through. It's at an angle that doesn't really give you a whole lot of room to cheat or try to use momentum. So if you're going to do this exercise, know that you're relying on straight up muscle power. You're relying on straight up strength. So my top set was 3 plates. One set was for 6 reps. The other was for 7, I believe. Not too sure. But the warm-ups leading up to this, 1 plate, did that twice. 2 plates, plate and a quarter. So these sets were just meant to get me primed for the work sets, which was 3 plates per side. And I'm glad I failed around about 6 or 7 reps for the simple fact that it shows I have a lot of room and a lot of work to do on this particular press machine. Like I said, if you can get really strong on this, you will have a chest and shoulder region that will stand out in the crowd. I'll just tell you that much. And now that we're done with that, we're going to shift things over and hit the upper chest a little bit. Right here, incline dumbbell presses. Last warm-up set with about 90s. I have to contemplate to myself a little bit because I'm wondering why the hell I'm waking up this early to cause a lot of damage to myself. So, with that being said, didn't do many warm-up sets. Basically went straight into my work sets. So I believe my first set, I don't know, it was 115. Yeah, 115. I see it on the side of the dumbbell. And I just stayed there for 2 sets. 2 work sets, of course. So I don't know what's wrong with my shoulder and elbow. It was kind of screaming at me. If I could give you another pro tip, make sure you warm up your rotator cuffs and elbows before you even do any type of chest pressing movement. Just a good piece of advice to have, especially now that I'm about to transition into 40 years old in August. Warming up is paramount, so I will overdo the warm-ups with no problem. So just make sure you guys are warmed up before you do an exercise like this, especially since we're basically in the middle of Siberia right now. Up next, weighted dips. Definitely going to sink down all the way and then push back up all the way. I don't believe this is one of these that you do pec minor dips with, or you don't do pec minor dips weighted. You probably could. I just don't like it. That's very much a John Meadows type of call. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm not doing pec minor dips with extra weight. I'm doing it with weight. As you can see, this set I only got about 4 reps because my triceps had no drive left in them. So coming up next, we are progressing to one of my other favorite exercises, the incline fly. Get a good stretch, guys. I see a lot of people short stroking their fly movements. Don't be that guy. I only did 1 set here. Just grabbed the 60s and went to failure. Didn't want to add too many more sets as I was already taxed, pretty much. You have to remember I've been training high volume for the past few months, and now I'm all of a sudden switched to a low volume / high frequency routine. It's taking some getting used to. So I just ask people that are form Nazis to be patient with me as far as my flies go. But yeah, that's it. Quick, bare bones, no minimum purchase chest training. I'm going to keep on killing it, and we're going to keep rumbling, and hopefully you guys grab some value from this. If you did, please give me something in the comments. Go to my YouTube page, BBLB1234, to like and subscribe. Also, head over to my website, which is called tenacitystrength.com. There you can see the workouts, what's left of the Daily Trainer, and my blog, my daily blog. And then at IG and Twitter. Twitter is BadBadLeroyB. IG at I am Larry Brown. All right. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. God bless.